right now, what's gotten folks' attention as it relates to Team USA basketball, Jason Tatum gets benched, does not play. Should Jason Tatum feel disrespected by being benched by Steve Kerr, Izzo?
Um, yeah, I mean, I definitely would. Coming off of NBA championship, you mean to tell me I can't make the rotation over none of these niggas?
Mhm.
I would definitely feel some kind of way, feeling as though maybe I'm, top five in my position, and I'm not good enough for a minute. And you can't tell me that, throughout the entirety of the game, you don't think, man, Jason Tatum can run 7 of these minutes. Jason Tatum can get 10 of these minutes. But, Kerr said it was I'm paraphrasing, but a boneheaded mistake on his behalf. Um, what does that even mean, right? Because you're controlling that directly. So obviously he's going to play this upcoming game tomorrow morning. So there's not going to really be much of a story behind it. But I am curious to see how much he does play in, when he does get his number called. Games on DirecTV. I definitely feel as though he'll be able to capitalize. He'll make those minutes worthwhile because, as you can see, apparently they are hard to come by. Apparently.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, did Derek White play in that game?
Yes, he did.
Get out of here, man. Hey, man, Steve, what's up, bro? What you got going on? You got Jason Tatum, DNP on your. Come on, bro. Don't have me thinking. That's crazy. Yeah, I would definitely feel disrespected because Derek White was a freaking. Lord forbid Kawhi Leonard actually be a glimmering image of health. Derek White wouldn't even be there. So what you mean? Like I can't get one? But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't help. I couldn't help but feel, human instincts start to take over. Like this personal thing. But that's just me. But they say JT ain't got that aura, man. He got that dog. Maybe this is that thing that get that. I think Steve Kerr know what he's doing. I think he knows he'll need Jason Tatum later on down the line. So maybe that's like if he could create an enemy for Jason Tatum, right? And he'd be like, you know what, Steve Kerr, fuck you. Every time I get in this, I'm not finna pass it to nobody. I'm finna get me. You know what I mean? Maybe that's he's instilling, he's creating that monster. Maybe he's trying to create that, that bully for JT to overcome, psychologically speaking. So maybe it pays dividends for US basketball down the line.
Yeah, man. So the minutes log 12-man roster, Jason Tatum along with Tyrese Halliburton also did not play in that game. Jason Tatum would have played, alleged. It was said that, but Kevin Durant decided to come back and play, and so that's what nixed out Jason Tatum. Um, the most minutes logged were by LeBron James, 27 minutes. Next up, Devin Booker, 26 minutes. Drew Holiday, 24 minutes. Stephen Curry, 21 minutes. Bam Adebayo coming off the bench. He had 20 minutes. Uh, Derek White, who you mentioned, Izzo, Derek White got 16 minutes.
Derek White getting 16 minutes is actually crazy. You're not gonna tell me he playing these minutes, and not once do we think, man, is Jason Tatum a better player than Derek White? Am I doing my team a disservice by not having Jason Tatum in the game? But again, this could be psychological warfare in order to get into the mind of Jason Tatum to get him absolutely bullish on offense when he enters the game. Because if I'm Jason Tatum, I'm not passing the ball to nobody. And if this ain't what y'all wanted, then I'm sorry. Oh well. this is you created this monster. Throughout these 12 minutes, I'm gonna get up 10 shots. You can just bet it.
Yeah, man. The Embiid, who was like, I believe dealing with injury, if I'm not mistaken, or some type of nicking injury, he played 11 minutes. He had the fewest minutes out of everybody that played, which is 11 minutes. I've seen some people use the explanation as to why JT not really getting burned is because the Olympic team, the Olympic matchups that Team USA is getting are not necessarily wing or guard centric. Um, so you would ask yourself, well, why do we need a Jason Tatum? I feel like understanding the matter at hand, this isn't the NBA, right? Where like you need to like key in on your 8 to 9 man rotation, so you kind of like have a flow and have a consistency with your team. These are arguably, for the most part, the greatest players in the world. And I don't think that whole we have to stick to a certain type of system in terms of like minutes so guys have a flow. I know you want to try to pay homage, and maybe it's trying to just be politically correct to have a certain type to show a certain type of respect to the opponent. But it's like, bro, get Jason Tatum the minutes from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna tell me what Derek White is out there doing, Jason Tatum can't do. You're not gonna like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
However, my mindset, if you just want to try to fight and find a positive out of this situation, if you are the Boston Celtics, a fan of the Boston Celtics, um, I think y'all should be very concerned with y'all nucleus, right? Outside of Jaylen Brown, y'all nucleus go on this long season, go through this long regular season. You go through obviously a deep playoff run and win the championship. And then the core of your team turns around and have to go to the Olympics. And shortly after that, you don't have that great of a window to rest, and then you look up and then training camp is here, and then you're already thrust into a whole nother season. So if I'm a fan, I kind of feel like I want Jason Tatum not really necessarily getting any added miles onto his body with the Olympics. I know people are going to argue, still say he's young, he thriving, he's in his prime, but I'm looking at the long game, and I feel like it would have been a great detriment to the Boston Celtics as a whole if they would have had Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Derek White, and Jaylen Brown all on the Olympic team, having very minimal rest in the offseason. Understanding that they're world-class athletes and professionals and they train and so on and so forth. But you just think about somebody like an Anthony Edwards, right? Anthony Edwards, we saw Anthony Edwards get gassed in the playoffs because he wasn't used and accustomed to being a numero uno and being that deep into the playoffs. And he was just gassed. We saw it out there through his body language on the court because he didn't have that experience. As a team who I would like to believe wants to repeat or have a great chance at have a great opportunity and chance at repeating, obviously the best ability is availability, and them adding these miles onto their body and with the Olympics, I think could go against them going into next season. If it turns out, oh, you look, Drew Holiday, man, he's hurt or he's nicked up, or maybe this happens to Jason Tatum, he's nicked up, he's hurt. Yeah, so it's not all bad that Jason Tatum, I guess got slighted or didn't get a chance to play. Like I said, if I'm a Celtics fan, I want Drew, Derek White, and Jason Tatum getting as few minutes as possible to lessen the wear and tear on their body as we try to gear up for another championship, to repeat for a championship going into next season. So that's obviously that's my take on it. Our brother, I am Sedacious. He just logged on. I don't know if you ready to talk or you squared up yet or not, Dacious. Uh, Just let us know before we move on to the next topic.
Oh yeah. I don't know what's up with Leon. I just popped in here.
Oh, now, should Jason, excuse me, the question at hand is, should Jason Tatum feel disrespected by being benched?
Um, a little bit, a little bit, considering, hold on. Yeah, I said a little bit because you're a champion, man. You at least should have 2 minutes of PT. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? But it makes sense though. You wasn't Finals MVP. You know what I mean? So yeah, why do we need you for real? You know what I'm saying? It shows to me how the world feels about Jason Tatum's superstar prestige or lack thereof. So for me, yeah, I think it's kind of disrespectful, bro. It's like, where do we need you at? I don't see where we need you or where you would really pivotally change the game or be an X factor. So I think he needs to be, especially since you on the high and winning a championship. You know what I'm saying? You really want to prove like, hey, I'm the champion, so I should be the reason why Team USA has success. And that's really not the case.